and that's the reason you like me very much. Thank you so much, sir. So, my dear friends, we will start the session. I hope I'm audible and you can hear my voice clearly. If there is any issue, please let me know so that we can rectify that mistake. In case there is a like a network issue, please wait. Do not leave the meeting. I will join immediately again back. Okay. Yeah. So first of all, I would like to know from your side, like what exactly you want to know from this particular session. Because this session is for you, you are head of the division, you are Manohar sir. They are trying very hard to impart you the skills which will help you to publish a good journal. So please mute yourself. So I would like to know like what you really want to learn from this session, what you want to learn from me, and accordingly I will deliver this particular seminar. So I'm requesting at least some of you to turn on your mic and camera and share with me what you want to know from this particular session. Please, one by one. Am I audible to most of you? Like, I don't think that there is any issue. Someone? Yeah, please ask. Yeah. I'm asking you all a question, like please let me know what you want to learn from this session. What are the difficulties you are facing while referencing different citations and incorporating them in your manuscript? No one? क्या हो गया? अरे ऐसे नहीं करना है. You have to interact. This session is mainly like an interactive session.
Yes, dear participants, please interact with
First of all, we will do one thing. For this
Hello, sir.
Yeah, just wait. For this group photo. Yeah, hello.
Hello. Hello,
yes.
sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. I'm
Yes,
Praveen Khare from Department of Plant Pathology.
Yeah.
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि हेलो सर, मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
Yeah, I'm listening to someone, but I don't know who is speaking.
सर, हमें अगर कोई पेपर से डायग्राम लेनी है या फिर कोई टेबल हमको इनकॉर्पोरेट करना है हमारे पेपर में, तो उसके लिए जो परमिशन रहती है तो हम कहाँ से ले सकते हैं? जैसे कि कोई स्प्रिंजर का पेपर है तो हम उसके जो राइट्स रहते हैं वो स्प्रिंजर पब्लिकेशन के पास रहते हैं.
Yes.
हाँ, तो हम कैसे उनको मेल करें और कैसे उसकी जो मतलब अथॉरिटी है हमारे पेपर में इनकॉर्पोरेट करने की या फिर अडॉप्ट करने की, तो हम कैसे कर सकते, कैसे ले सकते हैं उनको?
Okay. I will definitely speak about it. Anyone else?
Sir.
Yeah.
Hello. Sir, good afternoon, sir. Sir, मेरे डाउट है सर. मेजर फर्स्ट अपने किसी अदर्स रिसर्च पेपर पब्लिश होता है सर, उसमें अपने कुछ पार्ट से इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट सर कुछ अपने उनसे ले सकते हैं. तो अपने पहले वो आदर ने पेपर पब्लिश किया ना, उसका पहले किसी आदर का रेफरेंस डालता है वो, तो उनका लेना होता है. नहीं तो अभी रिसेंटली पब्लिश किया ना कोई वो मेंशन करके, तो उसका लेना रेफरेंस में उसका लेना होता है सर.
सबसे पहले जो किया ना उसका लेना होता है.
सर अभी रिसेंटली पब्लिश किया उसका नहीं लेना होता है।
अगर आपको लिखना है तो आप लिख सकते हो, लेकिन सबसे पहले जिसने किया उसका ही नाम लिखना है।
ओके सर। सर और एक मेरे प्रॉब्लम है सर, अभी
Sure.
प्लागरिज्म का ज्यादा मसला है सर। ये प्लागरिज्म हटाने के लिए कुछ टेक्निक्स है क्या सर आपके पास?
We will see. Okay.
और एक सर एक्सटेंशन में अपने डिस्कशन पोर्शन लिखते हैं सर रिजल्ट के साथ। डिस्कशन
Yeah.
लिखने के बाद उसके नीचे अपने रीजन लिखते हैं। वो रीजन कैसे तरफ लिखना होता, कुछ आइडिया आपको पता है तो रीजन लिखने का तरीका हमको थोड़ा बताना सर। रीजन
Can
लिखते
you
हैं ना सर।
please repeat this?
सर अपने
Naresh,
सर
say, Amol, his question is about how to justify our results. In order to justify our results in our extension research, we give some reasoning why these findings might be, what may be the reasons behind particular findings or results.
Okay.
Okay, so he is asking how to write that. उसके बारे में थोड़ा guidance. तो उसके बारे में नेक्स्ट प्रोग्राम जो आएगा वहां पे आप लाने वाले हैं, वहां पे बात करेंगे, क्योंकि वो बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा फिर, है ना नरेश जी? तो
Thank you, sir. Thank
28 फरवरी से हम अगला प्रोग्राम चला रहे हैं, उसमें आप ज्वाइन करो, है ना?
Yeah.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर।
Yes. Next, anybody having any questions?
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, while
Yes.
writing thesis chapter, we have to cite many references, sir. Is there any software so we can do that task easily or systematically?
Yes. That's what I'm going to do today. We will see
Yes.
a software which will help you a lot, and you will thank me in future. But that's one part. I would really like to know, like, what difficulties you all face while writing a paper and citing references or incorporating different ideas from the already published material. That part I wish to really know. Like, some of your questions are really nice. Software definitely I will take, but I'm requesting all of you to like ask your queries or at least put them in chat box so that I will be very clear about this session, like what I should deliver to you. Okay, that's the only request from my side.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
One expectation is there, Amol, in chat box, that is different regulations of citation in different universities.
Let us not care about your different universities. Like, there are many universities and there are many regulations, but if your work is good and if you're citing things properly, literally universities can't interfere if you publish your paper with elsewhere or Springer or something like that. Nothing is there with universities. Okay, so please don't bother about university regulation, but each and every university, they have some expectation, like our students should prosper and they should publish their paper in high ranked journals, and that's what we are going to do today. Okay, so I'm requesting like all of you to kindly turn on your camera for a moment so that we can take a group photograph. See what happens, आप लोग ना जैसे ही सेशन खत्म होता है आप लोग फटाफट लीव होके चले जाते हैं। सब जो अवेलेबल है अपना कैमरा ऑन करो, and I will appreciate if at least some of you keep your camera on, because I am from the extension discipline and we enjoy human interaction. If you all will simply keep your cameras off, I will feel that I'm banging my head against the wall. Like literally, इतना बोरिंग लगता है ना आपके फोटो देख के आपको पढ़ाना या फिर कुछ भी चीज शेयर करना, इट्स टू मोनोटोनस। देखो कितने स्मार्ट लग रहे हो आप लोग। अभी एक सेकंड के लिए रुकना, मैं फोटो ले रहा हूँ, कोई चीज वीज कुछ नहीं बोलेगा, जैसे हो वैसे रहो। एक सेकंड, ओके, वेरी स्मार्ट। बाकी लोग भी करो, मैं सेकंड पेज का लेने वाला हूँ। आई विल टेक वन मोर फोटोग्राफ फ्रॉम द सेकंड पेज। सेकंड पेज वाली पब्लिक कहाँ है? चलो, अरे बहुत से लोगों ने अभी तक कैमरा ऑन ही नहीं किया, मोबाइल ऑन करके लैपटॉप ऑन करके चले गए। कहाँ हो? फ्रंट पेज पे कुछ लोग हैं, आप लोग कहाँ हो? सब लोग कैमरा ऑन करो। अरे आप लोगों में वो एक आर्ट होना चाहिए, एक स्किल होना चाहिए कि जो हमारा गेस्ट स्पीकर है उससे ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन कैसे एक्सट्रैक्ट करना है। आप लोग कैमरा वैमरा माइक वाइक बंद करके खर्राटे मार रहे हो, कैसे होगा इस देश का भला? बताओ। Turn on your cameras, everyone. I don't want to call the name. चलो सेकंड पेज पे तो कुछ नहीं, पूरा सो गया है मार्केट। जितना अच्छे से तुम इंटरेक्ट करोगे ना दोस्तों, उतने ही तुम्हें गेस्ट स्पीकर अच्छा अच्छी चीजें बताते हैं। अगर एक बार गेस्ट स्पीकर को लग गया ना तुम लोग टाइम पास कर रहे हो, देन दे स्टॉप शेयरिंग गुड थिंग्स विद यू। ओके, एनीवेज, नाउ वी आर बैक टू द क्वेश्चन। प्लीज टेल मी, आप आपका पेपर अच्छे जर्नल में क्यों पब्लिश नहीं कर पा रहे हो? टेल प्लीज शेयर द रीजन। आप आपका रिसर्च पेपर अच्छे जर्नल में क्यों नहीं पब्लिश कर पा रहे हो? If you are scared of us, put it in the chat box.
Hello.
How to write abstracts from published paper, sir? Why? Since no number of extract published is criteria of AP score. How to write abstracts from published paper, sir? Okay, it means your published paper and you want to publish abstracts from it. Okay, yeah, it's your skill, but yeah, we will see if what we can do about it, definitely. But this paper is mainly about like incorporating some sessions, some sections, some references, some graphs, some tables into your paper from the already published material. Okay, anyone? अरे भाई, आप लोगों को कोई सवाल ही नहीं है क्या? वाह, सब के सब नेचर में पेपर छापने वाले हैं। ओके, एनीवेज
सर,
एक्चुअली
क्या है ना सर, हमने
हाँ।
अच्छे जर्नल में क्यों पब्लिश नहीं करवा रहे, ये एक हमारा मेजर प्रॉब्लम है। ये हमने को मीन अभी स्प्रिंगर और गूगल इंडेक्स में ऐसे जर्नल में हमने पब्लिश करने का पैटर्न हमको पता नहीं चल रहा है। वो कैसे उसमें अपलोड करना, उसमें पेपर बनाने का तरीका क्या है। और एक है सर, हमको थोड़ा सा लैक ऑफ स्किल है, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल, उसकी वजह से ये एक डिफिट से हमने पेपर नहीं अच्छे से नहीं बना पाए।
ओके, नरेश आपका कैमरा ऑन नहीं कर रहे आप? देखो, नाइस टू मीट यू नरेश। आप अकेले बात कर रहे हो और आपके साइड से बता रहे हो। This entire session will be delivered exclusively for you. Okay, I will try my best to answer most of your questions. And if you want to publish your papers in a good journal, then you really need to work hard, and that is the first and foremost criteria. Many people, they keep preparing for some competitive exam, some banking exam, or some other thing, and they want their guide to publish paper for them. So that is a very dangerous trend. But if there is someone like you who is really interested to publish his work in a good journal, then definitely, like Manoj sir is there, myself is there, we will help you to do it. Okay, now I have a little bit idea like what you want, but before that, there are one or two more questions. Let us go to them. Writing is incomprehensible. That may be the reason. What? You are using such a big word, man. How to find recent references to add my paper other than Google Scholar search engine? Okay, that you can use from this like Scopus or any other Web of Science portal. While searching that particular paper, you give the timeline. Like you don't want papers from like 200 since last 200 years. You just want in the last 3 years. You give that range and apply on the search button, then you will get papers which are recently published. Like Manoj sir is already organizing one training program. I think it's soon, and in that training program they are trying to impart you necessary writing skills so that you can write good papers in a very short amount of time. Short means not like 2 days, but definitely it will ease. It will provide you a lot of ease to publish your papers. And writing skill is like it's not something like you practice for a day and then you will get it, but you really have to work hard to write something. And how to say, if you want to make your paper memorable, at least for some of the readers, you really have to polish it, and that polishing has no end. literally I revised some of my papers for 10 to 11 times, but I cannot keep repeating it for like an entire year or for the next 20-30 iterations. So what I feel, we really have to change the way of writing paper and publishing paper. Okay, so the most important skill, like while writing, is incorporating references from the authentic sources. And when I was like a master student, that was my first time to write something and give it to my professor, to my chairman. And that time I saw the previously published ORWs, and I saw that like there are 2-3 references in the introduction section, 2-3 references in the methodology section, and that's it. And that same trend was continued for ORW, outline of research work, then PPW. And then when I saw some of the already published paper by our discipline, I hope every one of you, like all of you, are from extension discipline, right?
No, they are from different disciplines, including extension, plant
Okay.
science.
Okay. So when I saw some of the papers from our discipline, like they were having only 2 or 3 references, and I was like, यार ऐसे कैसे हो रहा है? हम लोग references लिखते क्यों नहीं? हम लोग references incorporate क्यों नहीं करते? If we do not have enough references in our paper, it shows that we have not done proper review of literature. And it's not your fault. Many a times we follow our seniors or the people who are around us, and when we see their paper, we see like 2 or 3 references, and then we say, yes, इन्होंने 2-3 डाले, हम 4-5 डाल देंगे और कुछ नहीं होता है, चला जाएगा पेपर. So that trend is really disastrous. Okay, then I started skimming papers from this international journals or foreign authors, and I could see like they have something like 60 references, 70 references, some review papers like 100 references, 120 references. And I was like, how they can do it? What is the way out? For example, when I was in my master, they used to teach me, we will follow APA style. Then you write the surname, then comma, then initial, then dot, then the father's name, then dot, then again one comma, then year. And this manual thing was too annoying, because being a scientist, your job is to think and create something like new. It's your job to contribute to the already existing body of science. But if we spend our time in doing commas and adding spaces to the references, then we are going to murder a lot of productive time. So what is the way out? So finally, I found a way to use the softwares. Yes, there are some reference management softwares which we or you can use to help yourself. So I want you to write down the names, or if you want, I can put it in a chat box. This is the software which I am going to show you today. This is the software which I'm going to show you today. And the second is the software which I want or I promote so that you can use. Okay, but I will not teach you mentally, because that particular software is installed on my computer, but if I start using it fully, then it will conflict with the existing Endnote software. So actually in the foreign universities, they provide this kind of softwares, fully purchased versions to their students, so that they can do references easily. There is one more software, I want you to check it out. Zotero. Just give me a second, I will check once again whether this is correct or not. Zotero, yeah. Yeah. Please write down this third name also in your list, Zotero, Zotero. This is also the third software which you can use it's something like it's your personal preference. Some people like Mendeley, some people like Endnote, some people like Zotero. There is one more, Citavi. In most of the cases, people use Endnote and Citavi, the foreign authors, foreign collaborators. But the only problem is they are not free. Endnote and Citavi are not free. So what you can use either Mendeley or Zotero. They are free of cost. Mendeley or Zotero, they are open source and freeware kind of a software wherein you can use them. And in this particular software category, Mendeley is widely used because it gives you online library wherein you can upload all of your references, and in future if you need or if you wish to write something, then you can easily download them. Okay, so any problem up to this? I hope these four names are reached safely to you: Endnote, Mendeley, Zotero, and Citavi. Okay, but please try using open source and free to use software such as Mendeley and Zotero. So how these softwares work, I will show you in the EndNote. Okay, how these softwares work, I will show you in the EndNote. Someone's mic is not mute, voice is coming. Please mute yourself. Okay, just tell me whether you can see my screen or not. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good. So this is the screen which shows the GUI of EndNote, graphical user interface of the EndNote. Okay. In this particular software, we are here. Okay. All references. Okay. So whatever the references I have imported or I have incorporated are kept here. Some of them are unfiled. I have imported them, but I have not incorporated them to the appropriate groups. These are the trash which I have deleted. But the next and the very good feature is like my groups. These softwares allow you to group your references according to your research, according to your writing preference. For example, look here closely, like climate change PhD. This was my first group. Whatever I was doing in my PhD, I incorporated all the references in this group. And each and every group, I created a few more categories. For example, adaptation. So when I click on adaptation, I get all the papers pertaining to adaptation. When I click on books, I get the books here. When I click on like brainstorming, I get all the references pertaining to brainstorming. When I click on a Delphi technique, all the references pertaining to Delphi technique appear here. So this is very, very convenient because whenever I click on that subgroup, for example, if I'm writing a paragraph regarding impacts of climate change on Indian agriculture, then simply I will click on this impacts tab, and then I can continue working with all the references which are already incorporated there. Okay. Then there is a next group which I created, for example, extension. Then some groups I created journal wise, for example, environmental management, International Journal of Sustainable Development and World Ecology, something like this. So you can create this kind of a tabs and they help you a lot in future. Okay. This categorization of how to say information is very important if you are writing a paper for high impact factor journal, because they ask you many things, and in editing phase they might ask you like you need to incorporate few more things for this section, and that at that time if you have all data with you, all papers with you, then you can go back to that particular paper through this channel and make the changes. So, any problem up to this? Someone please reply yes or no.
Mm.
Hello. Any problem up to this?
No, sir.
Yeah, okay. So now what happens? I will show you the small demonstration so that you can see like how we should bring the references to this system. Okay. I will stop sharing and I will share the entire screen so that you, because I need to switch now from multiple windows. Okay, now you will be able to look at my entire screen. See what happens when you start working for your research paper. You go to this Google Scholar or any other search engine. Then what happens? You incorporate the keyword. For example, yeah, mine is machine learning and climate change. After incorporating this keyword, you can see almost all the publications which are published with respect to this keyword. Now this algorithm has certain settings, like someone was asking like how to check it from particular date and all. So I want a paper since 2022, or you can choose like since 2021 if you want recent, or you can give the custom range also. Okay, but I prefer from like 2018. And let us take one paper. Yeah, this is good paper. Now this is published by Nature. Okay, here is one more tip for all of you. Whenever you try to get references for your paper, please choose sources like authentic sources. Oh, something is wrong with this fellow. It is not accepting all the cookies. Anyways, somehow you are not able to see the entire paper. But for example, this is the paper and this is open access paper. Okay, so I will download the PDF. The tab is here. Okay, download PDF. Now that particular paper is downloaded. I will save it to somewhere in downloads folder. Okay. Now the paper is there somewhere in the download folder. We went to this abstract and all, and we had like one or two reading, and we found that we will incorporate this paper in our manuscript. We need to refer something from this paper. And if you could see over here, 68 references are incorporated by the authors. Okay, it's not a small number. So how they do, that's what we are going to see. Now if you make a decision that we need to incorporate some references from this paper, then what to do? You again go to this paper screen which is there at Google Scholar. Then you want to cite that paper. Okay, if you are not using any software, then you can simply go to this cite button and you can copy this reference and you can paste it in the reference section of your manuscript. But the problem with this thing is you will get, for example, now this reference in APS style. But if you want to submit it to some different journal and they ask you to submit paper in a Vancouver style or Harvard style, then you have to do this exercise again. Like all the time you need to go back to this Google Scholar, then copy the stuff and change it. So we will not do that thing. We will import that particular paper here, import into Endnote. Okay. And you can change this setting also. This setting is available for Mendeley also, Citavi also, but I have made it like a custom setting. It's a custom setting so that I can download my paper easily into Endnote. Once you download it, you can see this one small file. I will show you in the folder. It's only 1 KB file that is called as an Endnote import file. That is called as Endnote import file. You just click on it, and your reference will be automatically imported into the software. Okay, you see, this is here. Now you can see over here, that was the name of a paper which I brought from this Google Scholar, predicting global pattern of long-term climate change. The same thing is now incorporated in my software. Okay, but what happens, I don't want just reference, because I need to read this file again and again so that I can incorporate the information. So I click here, attach file, and in the downloads folder, wherein I already downloaded the paper, I will click open. So now this entire paper is connected with the PDF, and generally you don't keep your PDF in a download file. You keep it somewhere safe, somewhere in a drive D or something of your laptop or computer. Make a folder for it, and you store them there so that no one can delete it. And now you can read your paper from the software, and it makes your job very easy, because the software has certain functions and features which you can use while reading the PDF, and you can decide which part of this paper you want to incorporate into your paper. For example, generally I use this markups and annotation. For example, you can add a sticky note, like somewhere here. You click here and you write your comment. Use for reference. So whenever you will open this paper in future, you will get this particular message like you need to use this figure 2 for reference, or maybe some part from the discussion you wish to highlight, and that part only, while reading this paper, you will get immediately that okay, I was reading about this section and I wish to incorporate this into reference section. Something like that, you can use this feature. Now I'm closing this file. You can save it. Once you save it, it means that whatever the changes you have done, they are already saved with software. Whatever changes you have done, they are already saved with software. Now you can see over here, like this highlight and this particular comment, it's saved forever in this software screen. Now, if you want, you can file this particular reference in a particular category. For example, right now that reference is shown in this tab, like imported reference, this one, recently added, this one. After some time, it will be again reflecting like in unfiled one, because I'm not going to file it. Once filed, it's unfiled. It will come in. If I'm not going to file it, and next time when we open the screen software, it will come automatically in the unfiled. So I just want to know from you, like, any problem up to this?
No.
Hello?
No, sir.
Yeah, are you getting my point, like what I'm trying to tell you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is systematic categorization of your PDF files or papers. Now we will go to the how to say, one manuscript which I already prepared in the past. uh, I hope you can see. Okay. This manuscript I prepared, and for example, you will also write something, something we call like manuscript. And for example, at this particular point, you wish to incorporate that reference. Okay. At this particular point, you wish to incorporate that reference. So what you will do, you have two options. Simply go here in the software, click on that reference and drag it. Simply click on it and drag it, and just that's it. Drag and drop at an appropriate place, and the bibliography will be updated automatically by software, and now your reference is incorporated over here. Okay. Once you incorporate like several references, this section, this reference section, it will be automatically updated, and all of your references will be arranged here very systematically. And this is the reference which we brought just now from the software. Okay. Mansfield LA, predicting global patterns of long-term climate change. You don't have to worry about commas, you don't have to worry about parentheses, you don't have to worry about anything. It's very, very simple. Okay. And the most important feature which I like about this software is, this is the particular bibliography or reference section I created with Endnote APA style. Okay. But after certain days or after one or two rejection, if I want to submit my paper to different journal, I will simply go to this Endnote tab in my Microsoft Word document, and I will change this particular style of referencing to this Chicago's 16th footnote, and within no time the bibliography will be updated, and all the references writing style throughout the paper, it will be changed according to that particular uh, referencing style. For example, we are not able to detect the changes here because references they are not visible. For example, I take the numbered style so that you can see the numbers. You can see over here, like numbers are coming instead of names and surnames and year of publication. You see, in future, for example, I get one more rejection and now I change it to one core style, then the entire bibliography will be again shifted or changed accordingly. I prefer APS6 style again. So these page numbers will be changed. Sorry, the reference numbers will be changed into the names of authors. So this is the very easy way to save your lot of time and efforts. And this is very motivating for students. If they use the referencing software, they have freedom to use or incorporate all possible relevant references in their manuscript. But if I ask you to type everything by hand in Microsoft Word, no one will do it. Okay. This is very tedious job. So any problem up to this? I'm asking this question again and again because yeah, turn on your cameras and please tell me, like, are you understanding anything what I'm trying to tell you or not? Are you getting what I'm trying to tell?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is very easy and systematic approach to organize your PDFs, papers, your material in a systematic manner. Once you have all the referenceable articles ready with you, you can simply copy or drag that particular reference from the software, and you can simply drop it to the Microsoft Word. Once again, I'm going to start my screen sharing.
Sir,
Any question?
hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, is the same setting is available in free software like Mendeley and
90% features are available as it is in the Mendeley. Okay.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
And around 85% features are available in Zotero. But it's mainly the personal preferences of a researcher. Some people, maybe from the North American countries, they like Zotero more, and Asian people or Asian students, Asian researchers, they like Mendeley more. So it's your wish actually which software you wish to use.
Okay.
Any problem up to डाकू? आप सब लोग कैमरा बंद करके चले गए। अरे भाई कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो बता दो। No? Okay. So what happens? I show you.
There is one question that you have already answered, but will you please once again show them how to change the style from AP to Vancouver Indian or Mendeley?
How to
Change the style, referencing style from APA to Vancouver in Endnote or Mendeley software.
Okay, I will do it, sir. I will do it. See, she said got the answer. I will share the screen again. Please pay attention over here. See, these styles now, they are very unique, and most of the times I also don't know like what changes they do. But for example, now I changed it to Vancouver. You can see the numbering has been incorporated in this reference section. Okay. Here. But if I switch to AP again, then the numbers will be gone and only the surname of a first author will be appearing first in the reference list. So you need to simply go to the style section. Okay. Yeah. This is one thing. There are some questions, it seems, in the chat box. How we can change the style from a to Vancouver? Yeah, same thing, madam. In the Mendeley, you need to like experiment little bit. You really need to play with that software. When I got this Endnote software, Sudha madam, I was playing with this software for like 2 months. Every day I was experimenting like how I can use it, what features this software got, and how I can get maximum benefit from this. So this is how I started using it. Okay. But there is one more thing I want to show. For example, at this particular point, I wish to insert citation. Now, the citation is here. Okay. Mansfield, Mansfield. Okay. How I can insert it in such a way that I don't want automatic citation. I have to write about the name of author. Like I don't want my reference in a parenthesis. I want my reference in the running text. For example, sometimes we say he said that, she said that, some researcher said that. Same way, I wanted to write like Mansfield said that. So that time I will go here, insert citation, MANSFIELD, find. and it found this is the paper, same paper which we brought from the Google Scholar. If I click on the insert now, it will be inserted in a default mode, but I don't want default. I want to display author and year. Okay, insert display only author name and year. If you want something else, for example, insert and exclude author, insert and exclude year, insert in bibliography only, these all things you can do. Okay, so I want something like this. Mansfield et al. 2020 reported that machine is good. My keyboard is German. This is a German laptop. That's why I make spelling mistake. Now I correct them for you. So this is the change I wanted to show. If you are using running text, this is the thing or this feature you can use. Okay, but if you want same reference again after this particular sentence, this is I am only showing you like only for the demo I'm showing you. Again, go to this insert citation tab, insert, click on Mansfield and insert default. It will come something like this. You see, Mansfield inside bracket, Mansfield et al. Comma 2020. That's it. Okay. So this software gives you like a lot of energy to read more PDFs and to reference from different sources. Yeah. Any problem up to this, my friend?
No,
I
sir.
hope there is no, I hope, yeah, I hope there is no problem because I'm trying my best to show you in the easiest way. The only thing which you need to remember is these softwares create code in your Microsoft Word file. These softwares create some kind of a code. So just please, don't delete them using delete button. You go on that reference, click on right mouse tab, edit citation, go to the more, and then here remove citation. Okay, this is little bit lengthy procedure, but if you do like this, then only this software will update the bibliography and that particular reference will be deleted. For example, here by edit citation feature, you can choose the format here also. Exclude author. Now author is gone and only year is there. You can say edit citation, exclude year. Now author's name will be appearing, but year will be gone. And once you click over here and say remove citation, it will be gone from your bibliography. So this is how you're going to use these softwares. How we can include the software in Microsoft Word? I'm a bit slow with computers, no issues, ma'am. Once you install this kind of softwares, you will need a plugin or add-on. So for example, when you will be using the Endnote, you say Microsoft Word add-on for Endnote. Okay, and you will get it. Somewhere it will be shown insert footnotes and endnote. You go over there and you simply install that plugin or add-on given by the internet search, and your software will be working with this new program. Okay, all these things are available on the internet. If you are using any other software, madam, for example Zotero or I mean to say Citavi or something, they have their own plugins, but the plugin should look somewhere something like this in your Microsoft Word file. Okay, this, can you see here? There is one new tab, generally like home, insert, design, view, help. After help, this new tab is created, Endnote, and all the features of Endnote software you can access from here. Okay, so this is the one thing which I really wanted to show you. Any question up to this?
No, sir.
Yeah. So I was just trying to recall the questions which you people asked me. There was one like how we can adapt or use the already published diagram or something table. In that case, what you do, my friend, you write one email to the editor who published that paper. Okay, you write one letter email to the editor who published that paper, and you tell them like you're a student or you're researchers, you're working on this topic and you wish to use this particular diagram or figure or a table or map from from their library, like published paper for which they own the copyright. And then if they feel it's okay, they will reply you back with like a few days or 7-8 days that yes, you can use it, but you need to give references, something like this, and then you can use it. Many people, what they do smart thing. For example, one author published diagram of something in elsewhere journal. So when they wish to use that particular diagram again, they refer it in their manuscript just like a normal paper, but they improve or they tweak or they modify the diagram reasonably so that there is no direct copyright infringement, and they give due recognition to the author, to the creators. And while writing a name for that particular figure or diagram, they mention that original figure published by Rana and Sangha something, or the names, and then name of the author, and modified by the authors. When you write that clause below the figure, like the figure name or something, that is perfectly acceptable. Okay. I'm not recalling the another question. Can you please tell me what was the question? I think Naresh asked me. It seems that he is not there. So this is a view screen of, let me show. This is a view screen of your Mendeley software. It looks something like this. Okay. So if you wish to add new reference, you can use it like from computer also, or the manual entry also, or you can import the entire library also from the Endnote. Like there is a compatibility from the softwares also. So for example, you brought or imported one particular reference by this name. So these softwares, they give you opportunity to tweak with these details also. For example, you imported this file automatically, but there was some spelling mistake, or you want to make some changes. In that case, you can do it simply by clicking on it. For example, if you think that Brat's spelling is wrong and this Chris has some issue, then you can simply go over there, CHRIS. This problem will be solved and automatically it will be updated in this program. But for example, there are many sections to the reference, okay? And if you wish to add these details, you can add. For example, add publication details. Now, for that particular journal, there was no journal name mentioned. So you can simply write, yeah, like okay, year 2004, pages 4 to 9, volume 1, issue 3, something like that. Now the entire information is updated. Okay, so when you next time you go to that particular tab, you can see that information is added. Yeah. Some, if you wish to use like or add in the abstract for it, you can add abstract also. If you wish to give some tag, for example, food security, then maybe you can see, okay, I have given this tag to this paper because it will be used only for the food security papers. Then the next tab is files. If you have multiple paper files and if you wish to connect those files with this particular reference, you can use it. The file is being uploaded. Yeah, 100%. Accordingly, you can connect your PDFs also with this particular reference. And you can read the particular paper. I think my net is slow. Same thing like in Note, you can read the paper inside this screen or this interface of software. Okay, now it opened. Actually, the net is little bit slow. Yeah, now it's working fast. Yeah, now you can read the entire manuscript over here. Okay, and you can annotate or you can use the same features. Like, I wish to highlight this part. I wish to highlight this part, or if I want to comment on this section that now you can see. Sorry. Add comment, do, read again. Okay, now the comment is there and it shows there forever, and I can come back again and again and I can see, okay, I have comment for this paper, that read it again or read the methodology again or use the methodology in the final thesis, something like that. I don't know that particular like it's your skill how you use this particular software, and it gives you opportunity to use different kind of highlighterings also. Sorry, this message comment screen, so that for example red you can use only for this negative comments, or green you can give for the positive comment if there is any. Okay, good article for methodology, something like that. Okay, so if you see the green one, it means incorporating paper. Red ones means danger or something. It's up to you, it's your skill. Yeah, most of the times it's good idea to incorporate a URL of the particular paper. For example, you go to the Google Scholar and here you will find the URL, and you incorporate that URL in this URL section, so that while referencing you can give all necessary details to these publishers. And you know what, when you publish your paper in a good journals, they ask you like a lot of details in references. If they have any difficulty to access the references given by you in the phase of editing and review, they ask you to make the changes and give all the details of that particular paper, including URLs. Then if you want, you can give ISBN number also or DOI also, but any one identifier is okay. And nowadays DOI is a must, so yeah, you can add the DOI also. And this is how you are going to use this particular software. What I am not able to show you, like you can drag and drop that in Microsoft Word. I cannot do it because if I do it, then it will conflict with my existing Endnote plugin, and there would be a problem for me for my upcoming publications, because this laptop is given by my German university and including the softwares, and I don't want to tamper them. That's the only thing I wanted to tell you. Now, this is a software, I told you the name, Mendeley Reference Manager. It has many features. You can import, they have their own tools also. What you can do is, I showed you some of the collections and groups also. That particular thing also you can create in this software. So generally 90% or like 85% features are similar, and you can use them free of cost in this Mendeley also. But the thing, just a moment. Yeah, I think no issues. And let me go to EndNote again. Yeah, the only thing which you need to understand while importing the libraries from one software to another software is this library you can import and export, and once you click on it, export, you can export the entire library, and it will be created, it will be shifted to a kind of a zip file. And when you install the new software, for example Mendeley or something, you give that address and import it, so that all of your references will be kept at one place without any tampering. And that is the biggest advantage one can get from these softwares. Okay, so any problem up to this, my friends? If you wish, or if you want to know something more about it, feel free to ask. Any problem up to this?
No, sir.
Are you understanding, or is it too complicated or too boring or too annoying for you? I don't know. I cannot see your faces. Everyone is with a mic, camera off mode.
We are getting the things, sir.
Okay, very good. So what was the another question? I'm not able to get it exactly, but if you have any other, yeah, sir, any software for plagiarism checking? You see, there are many softwares, but most of them are paid. There are many softwares and most of them are paid. But in my PhD, I used Grammarly. The software Grammarly, it helps you with checking written English drafts, as well as they have the feature of checking plagiarism. The only advantage is it was a paid software and it checked my plagiarism perfectly and nicely. But my dear friends, like, you cannot remove plagiarism completely, okay? Because we have a lot of differences as well as similarities, and we have like more amount of chances to phrase some words in the same manner. So that is one thing. You try your best not to copy anything as it is from the other paper. You please do not copy anything as it is from the other paper or already published paper or publication. While importing or writing a reference, if it's a very famous quote or something, you can use it as it is with proper reference, or the best approach is modify, rewrite the thing according to your own understanding. And I know it's very difficult, but when you start practicing it, it becomes a habit. Okay, so please don't trust too much this free softwares or open source portal which say that we will check your plagiarism at free of cost. You should not be worried about checking your manuscript through this software, because it is a job of a paper or a journal. Okay, and one more thing, if you have already published your paper, if you are already published or submitted your thesis to university, and then you are publishing your paper with some third-party journal, then you should write them in the covering letter that there are chances that my paper will show some plagiarism or some issues with the plagiarism checking software, because this entire work is taken from my PhD thesis, which is already published at university portal or Stavi or something like that. And that's why we are requesting you to ignore that kind of a plagiarism, and that and then they will run this their own software in such a way that they will not blame you, or they will not outrightly reject your paper. Because if you publish your thesis with university digital copy, and then if you go for the publication, then their software will show that your entire paper is copied from some source, and in that case they will simply tell you कि okay, इसको reject करो, ऐसे paper कभी नहीं लेना है. And if you wish to avoid that, please start writing few more details in covering letter. I don't know like how many of you have already written the covering letter to the journal or editor, but yeah, if you wish, in future we can Avinash ji, I'm happy that we could solve this problem. But in the future course about writing or scientific writing, which will be organized by Manohar sir, we will incorporate this thing also, like how to write this cover letter to editor. Because if your letter is boring and if it's not professional, then there are chances that editor will not send your paper for to the next person who is supposed to check it and read it fully. He will think some immature guys have written it and simply, okay, leave it. That thing might happen. That is why you please start adding few more details about your work in the covering letters too. Yeah. Any issue or any problem up to this? I will sip water. Okay.
How to cite any online sources, sir? Means, is there an automatic solution like this?
Yeah. Online means, can you please explain, like you wish to
Like,
take,
sir, yes, like,
yeah.
sir, means any newspaper or any government website, valid website like that.
Okay, yeah, that is a bit tricky. What you can do is I will share my screen once again. Just give me a second. Okay, I hope you can see my screen now. I'm going to the EndNote.
Yes, sir.
Somewhere in the Northeast information, I have one government source. Just give me a second so that your concept will be pretty clear about it. Yeah, this one. Now, this particular document was published by Department something GY Government of India Northeastern Council Secretariat, Nongrim Hill, Shillong, and this thing wasn't there with a Google Scholar. So what I did, I downloaded the file, the PDF file, and then I manually incorporated these details into EndNote. Okay. For example, it was a government document. There is a category always. When you take something from the internet sources, you can say ancient text, artwork, audio-visual material, bill, book, case, catalog, discussion forum, something like that. I chose government document category. Then who was author? I wanted NDCS to appear because it was a report name. So I chose it. Then I filled year, title of the report, department, place published, Nongrimil, Shillong, publisher, Directorate of Printing and Stationery, Shillong, issue 14, pages 411. What was the URL? It was also there. On which date I accessed, I filled all the details, and this particular reference was created. Then I simply put it like a drag it and drop it in the Word file. And you see, this is pretty easy, my dear friend. Like you really don't have to worry about referencing from online sources because they are also authentic. But you only need to choose the appropriate category, like it is a journal article, encyclopedia, pamphlet, data set. You can cite these many category of publication. Newspaper article, you see, newspaper article is also here. Okay, map is also here, magazine article, legal rule, regulation. All possibilities are incorporated by this software. Okay, my friend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Sir, one more question that
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Praveen, just hold it for a second. Mr.
Yes, sir.
Amrit
Yes, sir.
Kumar has question. Mr. Amrita Kumar, please.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. What to do if it is not downloadable? Downloadable. Like if I want to cite any online news.
Yeah.
Or like that, sir.
Okay. In that case, can you see that news on the web page or something?
Yes, sir. Web page like the Times of India or Times Now. They are in their website.
Yes. So, for example, something about agriculture was published in Times of India. If possible, you try to get a copy of that article either online or a hard copy printed by newspaper. Scan it, okay, image or PDF, and do the same thing. On which date it was published, where it was published, who was the publisher. Incorporate all the details. Attach that file with your EndNote or software file, and you can use it for referencing anytime, no issues. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Mr. Praveen, what was your question? Please ask.
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि अगर कोई ऑनलाइन वेबसाइट के ऊपर कोई इंफॉर्मेशन डली हुई है, जैसे कि इंडियन प्लांट प्रोटेक्शन क्वारंटाइन के ऊपर कोई नया पेस्ट के ऊपर कोई इंफॉर्मेशन उन्होंने अपडेट की हुई है, तो एज ए रेफरेंस हम उसको कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं? जैसे कि वहाँ पे कोई वॉल्यूम नहीं मेंशन होता है या फिर कोई पेजेस नंबर मेंशन नहीं होते, या फिर सिर्फ ऑनलाइन वेबसाइट के ऊपर ही, गवर्नमेंट वेबसाइट के ऊपर ही उन्होंने वो इंफॉर्मेशन डली हुई रहती है, तो उसको हम कैसे यूज करेंगे एज रेफरेंस?
उसका जब आपको वो गवर्नमेंट वेबसाइट पे दिखता है ना प्रवीण, तो उसका एक स्क्रीनशॉट निकाल लो, ठीक है?
अच्छा।
उसका स्क्रीनशॉट निकाल के उसको पीडीएफ में सेव कर दो, और
अच्छा।
उसके बाद में सॉफ्टवेयर में एक ऐड न्यू रेफरेंस का बटन आता है, वो क्लिक करके एक नया रेफरेंस ऐड करो, और उसमें ये सारी जानकारी आपको फिर से भरनी है कि आपको किस यूआरएल पे मिला, किस डेट में एक्सेस किया, किसने पब्लिश किया है, हु इज द ऑथर, वॉल्यूम क्या है, या फिर उसका पेज नंबर क्या है, जो भी जितना पॉसिबल इंफॉर्मेशन होगा ना प्रवीण, आप बस उसमें भरते जाइए, सॉफ्टवेयर
अच्छा,
अपने आप
जितना
फिर उसको
पॉसिबल होगा उतना ही।
क्या, जी 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 बिल्कुल, जो जो सेक्शंस आपको मिलते हैं ना, वो आपको भरने हैं। अभी कुछ चीजों के पेज नंबर नहीं होते, कुछ नहीं होते, उसका आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते, यू लेट इट बी। ओके,
ओके ओके सर, थैंक यू।
या वेलकम। एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
Sir, I am the student of agricultural botany.
या
सर हमारे डिपार्टमेंट में 3 जगहों पर फ्लैगरिज्म अप्लाई करते हैं: इंट्रोडक्शन, समरी, रिजल्ट एंड डिस्कशन एंड समरी एंड कंक्लूजन। तो वो उनका कहना है कि 10% से ज्यादा आपके इसमें कॉपी पेस्ट होना नहीं चाहिए। तो उसके लिए वो ड्रिल बिट का हमारे डिपार्टमेंट ने परचेज किया है, पर दिक्कत यह है कि हम सिर्फ उनको 2 बार ही चेक करवाने के लिए दे सकते हैं। अगर समझो मैंने चैप्टर पूरे कर दिए मेरे,
ओके ओके,
एंड आई नीड टू सबमिट दिस चैप्टर टू माय एजुकेशन इंच, और बता देते कि आपके इससे वो यूजर आईडी और पासवर्ड हम लोगों को शेयर नहीं करते हैं। तो ऐसा कौन सा सॉफ्टवेयर है जहां पर हम खुद होकर देख सकते हैं कि वेदर आई एम कम इन 10%, 10% से ज्यादा हो रहा है या कम हो रहा है? ऐसा कोई फ्री वाला सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं है क्या जिसके हम खुद ही स्टूडेंट खुद जाकर वहां पर देख सकते हैं?
एक्चुअली थोड़ा सा है ना, क्या होता है, जो पेड वर्जन होते हैं ना मिस्टर जोगदंडे, वो थोड़ा रिफाइंड रिजल्ट देते हैं, और ये जो ऑनलाइन होते हैं या ओपन होते हैं या फ्री टू यूज होते हैं ना, उनका डेटाबेस उतना स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं होता है ना, इस वजह से ना आप उसको रिलाई नहीं कर सकते। एक मिनट है।
Yes, sir, I'm listening. You are audible.
So we have some urgent call there, so we will be joining just shortly. Yes. So
there was a phone call.
Student, I think he is student. So it is our internal matter, and possibly this time they will give us 5 chances instead of 2. It was 2. Now they will give more chances.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Actually, there is one more question from Shruti sir. She is asking, like, there are few sites for paraphrasing. Are they reliable? मैडम, ये ऑनलाइन साइट्स के ऊपर कभी ज्यादा रिलाई नहीं करना, ठीक है ना? आप एक साइंटिस्ट हो या एक रिसर्चर हो, जब भी आप कोई चीज लिखती हो तो आपको श्योर होना है कि ये करेक्ट है या नहीं है। ये ऑनलाइन सोर्सेस का कोई भरोसा नहीं है ना? तो मैं तो कहता हूँ ये आपकी क्रिएटिविटी को रिस्ट्रिक्ट करने का एक तरीका है कि आप ये पैराफ्रेजिंग भी ऑनलाइन कर रहे हो। अगर आप खुद करोगे ना, तो आपकी हैंडराइटिंग बहुत अच्छी, सॉरी, आपकी जो मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट राइटिंग क्वालिटी है वो बहुत अच्छी होगी, और वो टॉपिक आपको भी मस्त अच्छे से समझ में आएगा कि आपने क्यों उसको साइट किया है, और आप ये चीज दूसरों को भी अच्छे से समझा सकते हो कि उसका मतलब क्या है। तो आप इस एडवांटेज को देखो मैडम, वो ऑनलाइन साइट्स के भरोसे मत जाओ। देयर इज लाइक एवरीथिंग अवेलेबल ऑन इंटरनेट, बट उसका फायदा नहीं है मैडम हमारे लिए। ओके, या एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
हेलो,
इज गॉन।
सर मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है कि जैसे कि जो इंटरनेशनल पब्लिकेशन है स्प्रिंजर, एल्सवेयर, विले, तो
Yeah.
उसमें शॉर्ट कम्युनिकेशन जो पब्लिश होता है
हाँ,
तो वो हमारे रिसर्च के ऊपर स्पेसिफिकली कोई ऑब्जेक्टिव के ऊपर हम कैसे कंपाइल कर सकते हैं?
आपको शॉर्ट कम्युनिकेशन लिखना क्यों है, पहले मुझे ये बताओ आप। एक्चुअली ये शॉर्ट कम्युनिकेशन उन लेबोरेटरीज के लिए होता है ना, कि जो प्रोफेसर है जो पिछले 20, 25, 30 सालों से किसी टॉपिक पे काम कर रहे हैं, और कोई फाइंडिंग है जो बहुत प्रिलिमिनरी है, और 2, 4, 5, 6 महीनों में उसका पूरा पेपर आने वाला है, सिर्फ उसके बारे में वो शॉर्ट नोट या फिर ऐसे इस टाइप का जो शॉर्ट कम्युनिकेशन इस टाइप का लिखते हैं मेरे मित्र। अगर इफ यू आर अ पर्सन डेडिकेटेड इन अ रिसर्च सेक्टर विद अ परमानेंट लैब, लाइक परमानेंट नहीं बोल सकते लेकिन 10-20 साल का आपका सेटअप है, then only you venture in this publication category. Otherwise it's not for us like young researchers and all. हम लोग नहीं करते। ये थोड़ा सीनियर टाइप के जो प्रोफेसर्स होते हैं ना, कि जो प्रेडिक्ट करते हैं कि यस विद दिस फाइंडिंग आई वांट टू राइट शॉर्ट कम्युनिकेशन दैट in future our results would be promising, something इस टाइप का होता है ना, वो उनके लिए मित्र। हमने उसका ज्यादा जोर नहीं देना है। हमारे करियर के लिए, हमारे प्रमोशन के लिए हमें फुल्ली पब्लिश्ड पेपर चाहिए, वो भी अच्छे जर्नल्स में, है ना, हम उसको ही फोकस करेंगे।
ठीक है सर, ठीक है, थैंक यू।
वेलकम डियर, वेलकम। या एनी अदर क्वेश्चन, क्वेरी? आप लोग ना पूछते कुछ नहीं हो यार। आप लोग सब कैमरे बंद करके बैठ गए, मैं और मनोहर सर हम दोनों एक दूसरे को देख रहे। सही है। एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? आप लोग ना ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछो ना कि थोड़ा मुझे भी मजा आए। आप लोग ना शांत हो गए हो यार, पता नहीं क्या होगा। या सर, इज देयर एनी क्वेश्चन, एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? थोड़ा सा मेरा मदद कर दीजिए।
हेलो सर। हेलो।
You are audible. Go ahead.
Naresh, you're audible, please go on.
हेलो।
Yeah, Naresh, go on.
सर अपने इंट्रोडक्शन पोर्शन लिखते हैं ना सर,
हाँ,
थीसिस में, वो इंट्रोडक्शन पोर्शन लिखने के बाद अपने टाइटल का रिलेटेड इंट्रोडक्शन पोर्शन अपने देखते हैं दूसरा रिसर्च पेपर में, तो वो एग्जैक्टली सेम नहीं होती सर टॉपिक को, तो अपने दूसरों का इंट्रोडक्शन से अपने कुछ लिख सकते हैं, नहीं लिख सकते हैं?
सी आप लिख सकते हो, लेकिन आपका खुद का इंट्रोडक्शन अगर आप लिख सकते हो तो बहुत अच्छा है। और इंट्रोडक्शन आपको ज्यादा लंबा भी नहीं लिखना है। थीसिस का इंट्रोडक्शन की बात कर रहे हो या पेपर का?
थीसिस का इंट्रोडक्शन सर।
ओके।
और है सर अपने इंट्रोडक्शन अपने थीसिस में ज्यादा पेपर बनाना होता है सर, तो फिर अपने इंट्रोडक्शन अपना थीसिस में देखकर अपने थोड़ा इंट्रोडक्शन बनाने के लिए सोचे, वो टाइम में अपने को सेम इंट्रोडक्शन दूसरे पेपर में पब्लिश हुआ, वही पेपर में फिर नहीं यूज कर सकते ना सर?
दिस इज वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, बट आप पैराफ्रेजिंग करके यूज कर सकते हो, है ना।
सर सर
सेम रेफरेंसेस भी आप यूज कर सकते हो, उनका अरेंजमेंट भी रीऑर्डर कर सकते हो। देयर आर मेनी पॉसिबिलिटीज, है ना।
सर
बट समवेयर ये ट्रेंड हमको थोड़ा कम करना पड़ेगा कि इंट्रोडक्शन थीसिस के लिए तो ठीक है, बट एटलीस्ट फॉर अवर पब्लिकेशंस लाइक आर्टिकल्स एंड ऑल, हमें इंट्रोडक्शन थोड़ा छोटा करना पड़ेगा, है ना।
सर
या
तो अपने सर मैंने पहले एक रिसर्च पेपर पब्लिश किया सर, वही सेम
Yeah.
इंट्रोडक्शन दूसरा पेपर में भी यूज कर सकता हूँ मेरा ही पेपर में? वो मैं पूछा हूँ।
नहीं, वैसी गलती मत करना, सेम कुछ नहीं यूज करना। इट इज कॉल्ड एज अ सेल्फ प्लेगियरिज्म। खुद को
सर
ये या अच्छा, आप ऐसे पूछ रहे हो क्या? नहीं
सर
मेरे भाई, एज इट इज कुछ मत यूज करना। अगर आपका थीसिस का मटेरियल है, आप उसको थोड़ा बहुत चेंज करके आपके मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट में यूज कर सकते हो पेपर राइटिंग के लिए। बट वंस इट इज पब्लिश्ड इन इंटरनेशनल और नेशनल जर्नल, रेपुटेड जर्नल, देन उसमें से कोई भी चीज, एनी सेंटेंस दोबारा दूसरे पेपर में या पब्लिकेशन में यूज नहीं करना है, ठीक है
तो उसको पैराफ्रेज हटा के कर सकते हो सर, पैराफ्रेजिंग करके यूज कर सकते हो सर।
यस, आप उसको पैराफ्रेजिंग करके बता सकते हो। फॉर एग्जांपल आपके पहले पेपर में आपने ये बता दिया कि आई डोंट नो आपका डिसिप्लिन क्या है, लेकिन चारकोल इज मच बेटर देन ये माइनिंग वाला कोल। सेम थिंग यू हैव टू टेल, लाइक माइनिंग वाला कोल बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं है, और चारकोल की हमें ज्यादा से ज्यादा रिसर्च करके ये खोजना पड़ेगा कि वो हमारे लिए कितना अच्छा है। वही बात आपको घुमा फिरा के बोलनी है, पैराफ्रेज करनी है, लेकिन कॉपी पेस्ट एज इट इज नहीं यूज करनी है मेरे भाई।
यस सर, यस सर, यस सर, थैंक यू।
And there are many ways to write the same thing. In fact, मनोहर सर और हम ना पूरा वर्कशॉप ऑर्गेनाइज करने की सोच रहे हैं, जिसमें हम ये ट्रिक्स आपको ठीक से हेल्प करके बताए कि हाउ यू कैन यूज दिस पैराफ्रेजिंग टेक्निक, आपको सेक्शन बाय सेक्शन कैसे राइटिंग करनी है। अब पता नहीं मनोहर सर वो ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम के लिए हमको कब बुलाते हैं। मैं तो सर ऑफलाइन प्रोग्राम करो, वहां पे राउरी में आके प्रोग्राम करते हैं, बट ये कोरोना ने भी हमारा पूरा गड़बड़ करके रखा है।
यस, कोरोना की वजह से है कुछ, कोरोना की वजह से अच्छी भी चीजें हुई है, हमारा नेटवर्क भी बड़ा है और बाहर के लोग भी बेनिफिट ले रहे हैं। और ड्रॉबैक भी है कि हम ऑफलाइन नहीं आ सकते, फेस टू फेस नहीं कर सकते। और बहुत चीजें ऐसी है रिसर्च में जो है ना, प्रैक्टिकली करना बहुत जरूरी है। खाली ये हम ऑनलाइन पे खाली बोलते हैं तो वो इतना इफेक्टिव नहीं होता है। तो आपकी भी बात सही है, तो जल्दी मिलेंगे, लेकिन उसके पहले हम एक प्रोग्राम जरूर ऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे। 28 फरवरी से कर रहे हैं। तो नरेश जी जो बोल रहे थे कि कैसे हम कर सकते हैं, क्या खुद का इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं। देखो, अगर आप प्रॉपरली उसको साइट करते हैं, पैराफ्रेज कर सकते हैं या समराइज करते हैं, तो यू कैन यूज इट, ओके। लेकिन एज सच नहीं यूज कर सकते। जैसे उन्होंने अभी वही एग्जांपल दिया कि मतलब चारकोल इज नॉट बेटर देन माइन कोल और बिटुमिन। So there you can say that if you want to use the same in another paper, you can say that bitumen has better calorific value than charcoal. तो सेम थिंग है ना, पहले तो बोल दिया कि बेटर नहीं है, इंफीरियर है, यहाँ पे कैलोरिफिक वैल्यू में बोल दिया, तो वही बेटर है, गुड क्वालिटी का है, वही बोल रहे हो, लेकिन वर्ड्स चेंज कर रहे हो आप, मीनिंग तो वही रहने वाला है। तो यू कैन डू दैट, और अदरवाइज यू कैन समराइज इट। Rather than taking the whole paragraph, you can summarize that paragraph into 3 lines, and in parenthesis give the reference of your original research paper from where you have taken that part.
Okay sir, thank you.
Thank you, sir. There is one more thing I wanted to tell these young researchers. You please try to read at least one manual from APA style.
Yes.
American Psychological Association have their own manual. It's available online. You please print it or download it and read it in online copy. But once you read it, you will have that clarity, like how systematically research is done and how systematically it is documented. Okay. It's not like that you liked something and you put it in your paper. No, my dear friends, it's very critical job. And somewhere before writing your manuscript, you need to understand one thing, like once you publish your paper, it remains available forever. Okay. Once it is published, you cannot change anything from that paper. So whatever you want to incorporate, you have to be really critical. Okay. I have seen people who literally spend 4 to 5 months only in editing manuscript, and then only they publish. And sometimes I don't like wherein the students are pressurized to publish the papers in hurry burry. अरे जल्दी करो नहीं तो आपका PhD अटक जाएगा, जल्दी करो नहीं तो आपका मास्टर नहीं होगा. So somewhere we need to give that gap to the students wherein he can use his creativity to write and publish his paper. So like APA style is a really good manual. You please download it and you study it, and then you will understand many things about writing. One more thing I wanted to tell you, in this recent trend, many journals are, how to say, very flexible. They do not pressurize authors to use Vancouver style or Harvard style or APA style. They simply ask you to maintain uniformity. They simply ask you to maintain uniformity throughout the paper. Okay, use one style APA, okay, fine, no problem. You want to use numbered style, no problem. Use it uniformly and then submit your manuscript either in LaTeX or Microsoft Word or a good PDF. Okay, and then they give you the proof wherein they themselves or their software arrange your manuscript in their desired style. For example, if the journal is using Vancouver and you submitted paper in APA, that is perfectly fine. They will transform your paper for you in the Harvard style or Vancouver style according to the journal need. So you please start really working on your writing skill, improving your writing skill, and don't worry too much about paraphrasing and any other things which you are worried about, like how to check plagiarism on internet and all. These things are like very meager. Don't give any significance to them. Your writing style is important. Once you start writing paragraphs through your own creative ideas, the chances of plagiarism reduce drastically. You don't have to worry about plagiarism that time. But yeah, many students or many researchers, they are always in hurry. There is always some issue with time, and hurriedly we copy and paste sentences and things go wrong. So in Germany, one case happened. The flight is going. One professor was how to say, demoted from his position, and after few months he was terminated from the service because one of his paper contained some plagiarism kind of stuff, and it was exposed after his recruitment as a some senior personnel, like a VC or something in their university, and somebody showed that this person is not a good author. He has done some plagiarism, and within 2-3 months he was removed from that position. So you see, my dear friends, this is very serious job. Whenever you do writing for publishing it, you please do it critically. Okay. Yeah, any other question?
हेलो सर.
Yeah.
सर मेरे एक क्वेश्चन है कि हमारा डिपार्टमेंट है सर प्लांट पैथोलॉजी, तो उसमें मैं एक रिव्यू लिख रहा था सर ट्राइकोडर्मा के ऊपर.
हाँ.
तो उसमें ट्राइकोडर्मा के ऊपर ऑलरेडी सर मोर देन 200 बुक चैप्टर्स एंड मोर रिव्यू पब्लिश है, और बहुत सारे रिसर्च भी
ओके
पब्लिश है कि ऑलरेडी इंट्रोडक्शन में या फिर कहीं ना कहीं वो चीजें बार बार आई हुई है. तो मैं उसको कितनी भी बार पैराफ्राइज कर लूं, मेरे को उसके पास सब्सक्रिप्शन है डिलब्रिट सॉफ्टवेयर का.
ओके.
तो उसको मैं कितनी भी बार मैन्युअली करूं या फिर पैराफ्राइज करूं, वो फिर से सिमिलैरिटी में ही आ रहा है, क्योंकि उसके ऊपर इतने पेपर पब्लिश हुए हैं ऑलरेडी कि वो कितनी भी बार हम उसको पैराफ्राइज कर ले तो वो सिमिलर ही आ रहा है, उसके जो सेंटेंसेस है या फिर जो चीजें आ रही है सिमिलैरिटी में.
वेल मुझे नहीं लगता कि ऐसा होना चाहिए, बट आप एक काम करो, आप मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट है ना जो आपने लिखी हुई है उसको एक बार आप सॉफ्टवेयर में रन करके देखो. जो कुछ भी प्लेगरिज्म दिखा रहा है, देयर वुड बी सेंटेंस व्हिच विल बी मार्क रेड और व्हिच विल बी हाइलाइटेड. आप बस उन्हीं सेंटेंस को प्रॉपर से रेफरेंस देके पैराफ्रेज कर दो, देन दैट प्रॉब्लम कैन बी रिजॉल्व्ड. ओके
ओके ओके.
या
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
वेलकम. एनी अदर इश्यू, एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Avinash ji, go on.
So that difference between that NAS rating and impact factor little bit confuses there.
See, impact factor is a global one. NAS factor is an Indian one. So, if you see, for example, I generally publish paper with International Journal of Sustainable Development and World Ecology. The current rating for that journal is like impact factor is 2.51. It is international, but NAS rating is 9.5 or 9.2 something. So the NAS has created a system in which they are trying to give level playing field to the Indian publisher, journal publishers, Indian journals at par with international journals. Okay. So if you wish to apply for foreign university or like PDF or something in foreign countries, then you should focus on the impact factor criteria. But in future, if you are interested to get job in ICR, ARS, university system, KVK system, then if your paper, sorry, the journal, if it is listed in the NAS rating, it's perfectly fine. Okay.
Thank you. Sir.
Yeah. Any other query, my dear friends?
सर मुझे एक क्वेश्चन है कि बहुत सारे पब्लिकेशन जर्नल्स है कि उनको इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर तो है, बहुत अच्छा इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर है, मगर नास रेटिंग नहीं है, तो हम उनमें पब्लिश कर सकते हैं क्या?
ये जो हमारा नास रेटिंग का आता है ना नोटिफिकेशन, उसके नीचे लिखा होता है कि द गुड क्वालिटी जर्नल्स विच आर नॉट इंक्लूडेड इन दिस लिस्ट एंड इफ यू पब्लिश योर पेपर्स इन देम देन योर पेपर विल बी इवेल्युएटेड यूजिंग दिस फॉर्मूला. आप उस फॉर्मूला से उसका नास स्कोर कैलकुलेट कर सकते हो मेरे दोस्त. और इफ यू आर विलिंग टू स्टे इन इंडियन एकेडेमिया और इंडियन रिसर्च सिस्टम और अपना जो है नेशनल एग्रीकल्चरल सिस्टम, रिसर्च हो या एजुकेशन हो, तो उसमें आप ट्राई करो कि आप आपका पेपर उसी जर्नल में भेजो जिसका नास रेटिंग में नाम ऑलरेडी है, ताकि कंफ्यूजन कम हो जाए. बट इफ यू आर एक्सप्लोरिंग फॉर द ग्लोबल अपॉर्चुनिटीज इन इंटरनेशनल अरेना, तो उस टाइम पे आपको नास का ज्यादा चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं है. आप जो आपके मन में है वहां छापो, बट उसमें भी एक ख्याल जरूर रखना मेरे मित्र, वो जो स्कोपस का जो डेटाबेस है ना, उसमें जर्नल लिस्टेड होना चाहिए, है ना. अगर आपका देयर आर सम जर्नल्स विच आर प्रेडेटरी, तो प्रेडेटरी जर्नल्स में आपको कभी पब्लिश नहीं करना है. एक तो उनका रैंक भी बहुत कम होता है, और आपका मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट एक्सेप्ट करने के बाद वो आपसे पैसे मांगना शुरू करते हैं. ऐसे प्रेडेटरी जर्नल्स में आप कृपया कभी अपना काम पब्लिश मत करो, है ना. स्कोपस या वेब ऑफ साइंस के जो है ना, उसके जो डेटाबेस है उसमें एटलीस्ट आपका जर्नल लिस्टेड होना चाहिए. इतना मिनिमम क्राइटेरिया आप ध्यान में रखो. और अगर सेफ गेम करना है तो उसी जर्नल को चूज करो जिसको ऑलरेडी नेम नास रेटिंग में है, वो सबसे सेफ है हमारे लिए, है ना.
सर मेरा और एक क्वेश्चन था,
गो ऑन.
जैसे कि वेब ऑफ साइंस या फिर अलग जर्नल है कोई, तो उनकी जो पहली इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर होती है, तो वो इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर जब 2.5 है तो हमारा पेपर पब्लिश हुआ उस टाइम में, और उसके अगले साल में उसका इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर कम हुआ, तो हमारा इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर कौन सा काउंट किया जाएगा?
का पेपर जिस साल में पब्लिश हुआ है और उस साल का जो नास स्कोर है उसी में पब्लिश किया जाएगा. अगर एक साल बाद वो जर्नल बंद भी हो गई तो आपको उससे कोई लेना देना नहीं है. आप बस उसी साल का दिखा दीजिए कि सर 2018 में आपका नास रेटिंग 10 था और उसी साल मेरा पेपर पब्लिश हुआ है, मैं 10 पॉइंट्स के लिए अप्लाई कर रहा हूँ. इतना पर्याप्त है ना.
ठीक है सर, ठीक है, थैंक यू.
आप कहाँ से हो मिस्टर हर्षवर्धन? आप
सर महात्मा फुले कृषि विद्यापीठ राउरी.
अच्छा 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 अच्छा, आप हिंदी में बात कर रहे हो यार, और मुझे भी बहुत सारे एक्सप्लेनेशन हिंदी में देने पड़ रहे हैं, मैं इसलिए पूछा बिकॉज योर नेम इज मराठी.
हा हा, नाही पण इंटरनॅशनल म्हणजे आता भरपूर जण आहेत ना की ज्यांना मराठी येणार नाहीत, बाहेरचे पण लोक ऍड आहेत ना याच्यामध्ये अदर स्टेट मधून,
सो
तर त्यांना
नाइस.
पण म्हणून
नहीं ठीक है ठीक है. You can ask question in any language. Yeah, Marathi, Hindi, English, no issues.
सर मी प्रवीण खैरे बोलतोय सर. माझ्या मोबाईलची चार्जिंग संपली तर मित्राचा मोबाईल यूज करतोय मी झूम.
Okay, no issues, man, no issues. Any
थँक्यू.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, Avinash, please.
Sir, actually, I am from MPKV only, but my state is Karnataka. Sir, in AP, in our state, the APA score is you must publish at least 8 abstracts. That is 0.5 marks each, sir. It is 4 marks. And it is right on eligibility is MSc, sir. But we can on MSc research we can publish 1 to 2 abstracts only. But if we publish means based upon one objective, means if 3 objective means we can publish 3 abstracts. But how to that maximum marks, how to do another abstracts, I am that's why I asked how to do abstracts from published paper, sir. This is my question.
What I feel, Avinash, it would be nice if you collaborate with more people. Are they asking abstracts written as a first author only, or co-authorship will be accepted?
Yes, sir. First 3 authors we are having similar marks.
Okay. In that case, you try to collaborate with some researchers from your discipline, either from MBKV or from your home state. Somewhere you try to find out 4 or 5 people, and you try to write abstracts with them in a collaborative manner. See, we Indians have this issue, and I'm also struggling with this issue. We do not collaborate for the productive thing. अभी अगर झगड़ा हो जाएगा ना, तो मेरे 20-25 लोग आ जाएंगे, तुम्हारे 20-25 लोग आ जाएंगे. लेकिन अगर मैं बोलूं कि हमें रिसर्च पेपर करना है, रिव्यू पेपर लिखना है, तो कोई सामने नहीं आता है ना. While starting this session, I told you my experiences. मैं एक बात आप सबको बताया कि when I saw the Indian paper, there were like 4 to 5 references. But in the good reputed journal, they have 60-70 references. Another thing was with authorship. In India, what happens, like authors are like 1, 2 or 3 people, and mainly if he is like someone is student, he works more on the paper, and then the teamwork is not reflected in the paper. Okay. But when you see the paper published in a high impact factor journals, like 20 authors, 30 authors, sometimes 40 authors, and the way they organize paper and the way everybody contributes, it's really amazing. This is, I feel that's the way to do science. Okay. So Avinash, your question is right. You don't have to publish all the things by yourself. If we can improve our, how to say, team spirit and collaborative works, the 8 abstracts you can publish in 1 single year. And if you get mentors like myself and Manohar sir, you can do it in 2 months. So please try to collaborate with the people. You take a first step, start collaborating with them. If you feel the person or another person is not so productive, you can stop working on the topic. But if you think like they are contributing sincerely, please use their talent to build your biodata. That's what I can say. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome back. Any other question?
Hello.
Avinash.
Yes, sir.
Which is your department?
Sir, my department plant physiology, sir.
Plant physiology.
PhD, sir. Yes.
So, see, you are saying that about the scoring, API score and all those things, abstract counting. So, when you publish your do your own research, no, objective wise, you try to publish it in a better impact factor journals, as Sir told you. Plus, whenever there are conferences, seminars, and all these things, you collaborate with the other people, and you take some part of your research and give its applied thinking. You conceptualize, for example, if your research was on water stress management in particular crop, let's say rice crop or wheat crop. Okay, so while writing your research paper, you can give your research results and all those things in the table format, and you describe it fully. But while writing abstract or components on the same objective, you just say that how they start with how this stress problem is going to be major problem in near future due to climate change and all those things. There, how other research or your own research is there, and if we can do something. Now you have not done through your research, but you can give it an applied orientation. How we can apply this research finding to solve the real problem, farmers problem. So that way you can create your abstract. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes. I think Harshvardhan was going to ask some question.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, Harshvardhan, please go on.
गुड आफ्टरनून सर. सर माझा एक प्रश्न असा होता, समजा आपण एखाद्या विषयावर सर रिव्ह्यू आर्टिकल लिहितोय, तर रिव्ह्यू आर्टिकल लिहिताना सर काय होतं, आता मी एक माग एक रिव्ह्यू आर्टिकल लिहिलं, त्यामध्ये जास्त सर मी रिव्ह्यू लिहिते आणि जे आपण लिखाण करतो ते लिखाण कमी केलं. तर मला सांगण्यात आलं की असं नाही चालत, रिव्ह्यू आर्टिकल मध्ये पण लिखाण जास्तच पाहिजे आणि रिव्ह्यू कमी पाहिजे. आता तुम्ही सर मगाशी सांगितलं की बाबा फॉरेन जे आर्टिकल असतात की त्याच्यामध्ये रिव्ह्यू जास्त असतात आणि लिखाण कमी असतं, पण आपल्या इथं कसं असतंय की रिव्ह्यू कमी पाहिजे आणि लिखाण जास्त पाहिजे. तर ह्याच्याबद्दल सर थोडं मार्गदर्शन करा. म्हणजे रिव्ह्यू आर्टिकल लिहिताना नेमकं कसं पाहिजे, जास्त रेफरन्स वापरणं चांगलं आहे की कमी रेफरन्स वापरणं चांगलं आहे, लिखाण कसं पाहिजे?
रिव्ह्यू आर्टिकल करताना आहे ना, जास्तीत जास्त रेफरन्सेस वापरा, पण ते रेफरन्सेस त्याच्याशी निगडीत पाहिजे, त्याच्याशी असोसिएटेड पाहिजे, काहीतरी त्यांचं इम्प्लिकेशन पाहिजे. आणि मी कधीही सांगितलं नाही की रेफरन्स जास्त वापरा आणि कमी लिहा. मी तसं कधीच सांगणार नाही. तुम्हाला जेवढं लिहायचंय तेवढं लिहा. जर्नलची एक रिक्वायरमेंट असते की तुमचा रिव्ह्यू पेपर 10,000 शब्दांच्या वरती नाही गेला पाहिजे, 8,000 शब्दांच्या वर नाही गेला पाहिजे. त्या लिमिटमध्ये तुम्ही लिहा. आणि कसं आहे, रिव्ह्यू पेपरचा जो ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह आहे तो हा आहे की यू आर अ पर्सन हू हॅज सर्टन कमांड ऑन दॅट सब्जेक्ट एरिया. Like maybe you have like 10, 15, 20 years of a research experience in that particular domain, and you have seen a trend of publishing paper in last 10, 15, 20, 30 years. And after seeing that trend, now you hold the authority to predict or to analyze the situation, like what we should do in future. Because in the last 30 years, we only wrote paper on this topic, or we spent resources only for this research. But after 30 research, what we can do? So writing part is very important, because you should contribute something new from the existing body of research papers. It's not like that इसने ये लिख दिया, उसने वो लिख दिया, और हमने सबको इकट्ठा करके बोल दिया कि इन लोगों ने ये लिखा है. No. By using that particular information, that database, you should be giving some new information, and that newness, that uniqueness is important. Like there should be something new, higher level message, higher level understanding you have to contribute. And then only this क्या बोलते हैं उसको, इंटरनेशनल क्वालिटी के रिसर्चर्स बोलते हैं कि यस सर, नाउ दिस इज मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट व्हिच कैन बी एक्सेप्टेड एज अ रिव्यू पेपर. So what I want to say, my dear friend, I forgot your name, like who asked this question. You please, yeah, Harshvardhan, if you are writing a review paper on sustainability, for example, you should read 500 research paper, and out of that you select only 100 for incorporating in your review paper, and then you will have the quality review paper on sustainability, man. So this is very difficult. It's not like very easy to write review paper. It's a very difficult job. Okay.
Okay, thank you. I think now there might be not any questions. Amol has guided us very nicely on how to attribute and cite the sources. But Amol, there are the first semester students also, first year MSc students also.
Okay.
They might have got overwhelmed with the information and knowledge that you have shared with them. So one message is there for me personally, sir, how to use that Mendeley. So within short 5-10 minutes, can you demonstrate them step by step how to open and how to use these different features?
Sir,
Quickly. because you directly shown how to import and how to export the information from there. Huh?
Actually,
So,
sir, like
once they install on their computer, how they proceed like that.
yeah. Actually, sir, that plugin is not installed in my computer. That's the only one issue. But if they see like one or two videos on YouTube, like how to use Mendeley as a reference manager, I think that would solve the problem and they can understand. But still, as you are asking, I will show. Like I already shown few things from the Mendeley also. I think I closed it down. So, my dear friends, this is the screen of a Mendeley. Okay. This is syncing and loading because this is my online library. This is not my offline library. So, let us give it a moment so that it will start. Yeah. This is a GUI, graphical user interface, welcome screen, whatever you call for this particular software. If you want to add new file from the computer or new entry manually, use this add new feature, or else what you can do, you go to your favorite web browser, then you go to this Google Scholar. Yeah, what's wrong?
Amal, I think you have your voice is muted.
Sir, I think there is some issue with the internet also. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Actually, the issue is I have installed Endnote, and that's why I'm not able to download this reference import file into Mendeley. Uh, for the Mendeley software, that's the one problem I'm experiencing. But if you simply go to YouTube, like uh, how to use Mendeley or something like that, try to see one or two. No, this is also not working. Try to see one or two videos. Your query will be solved immediately. Files from computer. No, it's not detecting. Actually, yeah, this is like not my personal laptop. This is my university laptop, and it has got some restrictions which I cannot bypass. Like I cannot install and use plugins for two reference management software. That's the only one issue. And if I do it, then it would be clashing severely with my system. Sir, that is one issue. But I'm requesting students to simply go to the how to say, um, just a minute. I will share my screen. Yeah, please just go to your YouTube and then how to use Mendeley for citation and referencing. And this one video, watch one or two, three videos, and they will tell you almost everything about this software. Okay. You see, this is what I feel, sir. This is a kind of a homework for them. Those who really wish to improve their referencing skill, they can spend some time over internet, and by watching one or two YouTube videos, they will get to know everything about Mendeley, sir.
Yes, definitely. So I think now almost all the questions have been answered by you very nicely. So does anybody has any questions or any doubt or clarification they want to ask to Dr. Amal Balerao?
Yeah,
Yes, sir. One last question, sir, from me,
yeah,
sir.
sure.
Sir, yeah, every time I confuse with one thing that, sir, when we read some paper, we used to take some line which is already cited in the paper. So, sir, can we take that line by paraphrasing? Means, can we incorporate that line by paraphrasing?
You please take that line which is written in the original paper, not from that paper. Okay.
Okay, sir. Means if we like that line, so we should go that or to that original paper.
Yes. For example, you are writing a paper on E is equal to mc square. So you should be first citing Albert Einstein, then other scientists who criticized that theorem or who added a few more dimensions to that theorem or something like that. But that E is equal to mc square is equal to Einstein, that should come in the beginning. That's the only thing. Okay.
Yes, sir. So Einstein is already cited, means in by name also it is cited in that other paper. Means, sir, the name I can take from here only, no, sir. So we should not means it is not mandatory to go that Einstein paper also.
If you can go, that would be really nice. Maybe you will find one or two more interesting thing about that paper. And like reviewing and
Yes, sir.
referencing is a very critical job. Okay. But if you don't get like access at all to that paper, then it's okay. But if you have access and you can download the PDF and read it, then please do it.
Yes, sir. Means it is not accessible, then we can take.
Yeah.
Amrit Kumar,
Thank
if it is not available or not accessible to you, then you can use them. Okay, whatever the citation. But again, you will have to use parenthesis and in bracket, you have to write the refer the second author also. Okay. For example, if the original author is Dr. Bhalerao, and you are not able to access the original paper, but somehow you have one my paper where I have cited him. Okay, so there you can say,
Yes, sir.
Bhalerao has, according to Bhalerao, this such and such thing. Okay, Bhalerao, you will
Yes, sir.
cite here also in bracket. And at the end of sentence, you will write in bracket, cited in Dharwad and my papers. Okay, and in reference bibliography, you will give both the references, Dr. Bhalerao as well as Dr. Dharwad. Is that clear?
Okay, thank you. Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Yes.
So shall we stop, sir, today?
No. So already we are 7 minutes past our allocated time. So I am very much thankful to Dr. Amol for giving his valuable time and guiding our students. On behalf of personal myself, as well as my department, as well as the university, I am very much thankful to you. And on behalf of all the participants also, I am very much thankful to you. And we will be very happy to invite you whenever we need your guidance. Thank you. Jogdan has also posed thanks to you. So thank you one and all. And I am sorry that tomorrow morning session we have to postpone. Sorry, today's session we have to postpone to tomorrow due to unforeseen event that some family matter happened in our guest faculty experts, and that was very unfortunate. And due to that, we had to postpone it till tomorrow. So tomorrow we will have the session on paraphrasing and summarizing. Somebody was saying how it doesn't matter how many times we rewrite it, it again catches as a plagiarism. So summarizing, the techniques of summarizing and paraphrasing may help you there. Okay, so please attend tomorrow's session. Till then, thank you Amal once again. Though Amal is very busy, he has given more than 2 hours to us. And definitely he will be coming to our next workshop also, coming to the next workshop. 2 workshops are already in line. So one will start from Tuesday itself, and opening will be from Amol itself. Amol will be guiding for ISR NET JRF students. So please, those who like this session, spread the word and ask maximum students to join on Tuesday also. And on 28th February to 21st March, there we will be having another training program on enhancing students' global competencies. So academically, you are strong in your technical subject matter, but then in order to be a global citizen, as Amal was saying, you have to go to abroad and all those things. If you wish to do those things, you need to have certain competencies which are applicable in every sphere of life, whether you become a public administrator or whether you become a scientist or whether you become politician, it doesn't matter. But you need to have those basic competencies, global competencies. And we will not be able to cover all the global competencies, but those global competencies which are related with the academic students, they will be more focused, right? Like academic writing, reviewing the research paper, identifying the research gaps, doing your research and writing the conclusions, this communication skill, plus how to give interview, how to write your resume, all those things we will try to cover in that training program as well. So please stay connected and do attend that training program as well. Once again, Amal, I am very much thankful to you, and I am also very much thankful to all the dear participants. Thank you one and all. So we will stop here.